Okay, can you let me know if the recording has started? Did you receive a message?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay, I will try again.
Recording in progress.
And now? Yeah,
Yes.
I think so. Okay, great. So let's start. Good luck to everyone. Good luck.
Welcome everyone to the CARICOM MicroPitch Business Plan Competition Finals. We'll just wait for a minute or two for everyone to log in. Thank you. Okay, so welcome again to the CARICOM edition of the MicroPitch Business Plan Finals. I'm very pleased to start this session. My name is Christina Eisele. I am the European Investment Bank representative for Southern Eastern Caribbean, and I'll be moderating this event. So thank you very much for joining us today for an exciting session. So MicroPitch is organized by the European Investment Bank together with the Frankfurt School of Finance and Management, the Caribbean Climate Innovation Center, and the Dominican Microfinance Network, REDOMIF. And I would also very much like to thank all our sponsors and partners that have made this business plan competition and final possible. So thank you to the United Nations Development Program in Belize, to the United Nations Development Program in Trinidad and Tobago, Aruba, Curacao, and St. Martin, to German Embassy in Santo Domingo, to Promar, to Parley for the Oceans, Lasco Microfinance Limited, Jamaica, the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States Commission, Visa, Red Camif, and the Caribbean Development Bank and their Solutions Consulting Limited. So thank you very much to all of our sponsors and partners. And I would also like to introduce from Frankfurt School of Finance and Management, Lucie Charrier and Melissa Schuler and Janke Yip from the Caribbean Climate Innovation Center. So a few housekeeping rules before we start. So during the session, unless you're pitching or asking questions, you will be muted, but you can use the chat to ask any questions or report any technical issues, and we will help you promptly with any issues that you might have. And at the end of the pitches, the audience has an opportunity to vote for their favorite. So we'll announce that later, but do keep that in mind for later. So without further ado, I would like to give the floor to Yves Ferreira, the head of the European Investment Bank Regional Representation for the Caribbean. Yves, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Christina. Good afternoon, good evening. And on behalf of the European Investment Bank, welcome to this final of the CARICOM MicroPitch 2022-2023. What a journey we had so far. First, 3 fantastic training sessions. Then the processing of 128 applications from 14 different countries. And last week, we had the semi-finals gathering 20 candidates, all very inspiring, I must say. And today, of course, our finals with 14 contenders coming from 9 countries. At the EIB, we are really proud that thanks to our partners, the MicroPitch has now established itself in the region, and a region in which climate action, environmental sustainability, and support to MSMEs is our trademark. So when we can combine them, even better. So I really want to wish you all the best luck for this last step. And I will be delighted to welcome the winner next week here in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, for our big regional final. So let's now move to the serious stuff.
Thank you very much, Yves, for your opening remarks. And I'll now give the floor to Carlington Burrell, the Chief Executive Officer of the Caribbean Climate Innovation Center. Carlington, the floor is yours.
Christina, I think Carlington had a problem to join, so maybe we'll give a few remarks at the end.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, then in that case, welcome to the finals. I'm excited to get started. So let's officially open the session. And I'm sure all of our participants are also eager to to have the opportunity to present their businesses and to hear feedback. So before that, we have a video that we would like to show you. So Lucy, I give the floor to you for the video.
Thank you, Christina. It's the same for the video. We will finally put it at the end so we can start with the finals.
Okay, all right, absolutely. So let's get going then. So let me explain a bit about the rules. So each candidate will have an opportunity to do a pitch of 3 minutes. And then there will be questions from the jury for another 3 minutes to the candidate. So we are looking at different evaluation criteria. We're looking at social impact, environmental impact, the profitability and future prospects of the business, and also the quality of the pitch itself in terms of presentation and the passion shown by the business owner. So those are the criteria that our jury will be looking for. You will have the opportunity to vote for your favorite at the end of the session, where there will be the audience's favorite award. So now let me give the floor to the different jury members to present themselves. So Ferreira, the floor is yours.
Thank you again. Ferreira, the regional representative of the European Investment Bank. This is my fourth micro-pitch, so I'm really still very motivated to be a part of this jury.
Excellent. And now, Darren Bent, the floor is yours.
When I came to CCIC in 2018, the truth of the matter is I would have never really imagined that I would become a part of a core team that has been guiding and driving hundreds of ideas in the Caribbean, from the idea stage all the way to becoming massive income generating units across the Caribbean. And that's something that I've enjoyed as a journey. My name is Darren Bain, and I am currently a project manager and still an innovation tech supporter at the Caribbean Climate Innovation Center. I'm really looking forward to learning and hearing a lot from you all, and good luck.
Thank you very much, Darren. I'm also looking forward to learning from our participants. So next, we have Gregory Smith. Gregory, the floor is yours.
Hi, everyone. I'm Gregory Smith. I am the head of exploration at the UNDP Accelerator Lab, which is based in Trinidad and Tobago, but also serving Aruba, Curacao, St. Martin, Suriname, and Guyana. The Accelerator Lab is essentially the facility for innovation in the development space. We focus on supporting grassroots projects and grassroots stakeholders and unconventional stakeholders to figure out what works well, what doesn't work well in the local context, and then figure out how to expand the impact of small projects to a national, regional, and ultimately global level. We have a few focus areas in the Accelerator Lab here in Trinidad and Tobago. These include digital transformation, climate change and environmental preservation, peace, justice, and strong institutions. And within that is a focus on prevention of violent extremism and youth empowerment. And I've seen some familiar names here, so I know some of you all have participated in our innovation challenges before. So we also focus on supporting sustainable livelihoods, micro and small entrepreneurship, etc. So really looking forward to hearing some of the innovative ideas on today's call, and good luck to all of the participants.
Thank you very much, Gregory. And next we have jury member Tahira Usher. Tahira, the floor is yours. Tahira?
Hi, Christina, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hi, I'm Amelin Mendez. I'm representing UNDP Belize. I am the Inclusive Growth and Digitization Lead, and I'm also responsible for the MSME project here in Belize, which is being implemented through Beltrade, which is our Belize Trade and Investment limb. We've been working with the digitization of MSMEs and also transforming the training materials so that they could be available via a virtual knowledge platform. We've also been looking at digital connect centers, which is pretty much creating computer centers in rural areas which would allow people from the indigenous communities to have access to this type of material focused on MSME development. We also have a small grant program, which provides grants from $5,000 to $50,000 in Belize surrounding blue and green technology. Happy to be here and good luck to all the teams.
Thank you very much, Amelin. And next, I would like to introduce Richard Benjamin.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. This is my first micro pitch, but it's the second for our LASCO Financial Group. And so LASCO Microfinance, part of our group, wanted to do it this year. I'm Group Products and Sales Development Manager. And I'm also in charge of sales on the microfinance side for LASCO Microfinance. And this forms the platform for us to, help our microfinanciers in Jamaica with their micro business and growing them, moving them from one level to the next. So I see this as a great opportunity to start here and to move it to Jamaica throughout the wider network of Jamaica and even beyond. So thank you for having me.
Thank you for being part of the jury, Richard. And lastly, I'd like to introduce Kwesi Roberts.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to be here. My name is Kwesi Roberts. I'm a technical specialist with the OESS Commission based in St. Lucia. And we're currently working on a number of initiatives to support entrepreneurship development and innovation within the Eastern Caribbean. One of the things that we do have is a OECS Techie program, which provides support to technology-based entrepreneurs. And we're also working along with the World Bank in the Digital Skills Development Program. And we also do have some collaboration with the Global Green Growth Institute in supporting green entrepreneurs within the region. So I've had extensive experience in MSME development, and I'm happy for the opportunity to be here. And I look forward to the exciting ideas that will be pitched today. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Kwesi. We have very esteemed jury members with deep expertise in entrepreneurship, MSME development, innovation, and sustainability, also representing many different countries and with experience from different countries. So I'm very excited now to move on to the first finalist to start the business plan competition. So our first finalist is Indira Ruby Andrewin from Belize, and she will present her business, CocoLab. So Indira, if you're ready, you can start. You're ready?
Hello. Yes. Can you hear me?
We can.
All right. I'm ready now. Hi, I'm Indira Andrewin, first-time mother to a one-week-old baby named Nature, organic cosmetic formulator, founder, and owner of CocoLab, a plant-powered Belizean skincare brand I found when I was 15. I live in the rainforest and I am passionate about nature and entrepreneurship. That's why I started these high-performance skincare products that promote the conservation of rainforests and oceans and pave the way in creating a new industry that provides employment to the people in my community. After receiving an advanced diploma in cosmetic science, I relaunched CocoLab during COVID with only a few $100s, and I launched with 6 organic products: tooth powder, deodorant, face mask, moisturizers, all made on solar electricity in my lab and encapsulated in UV light glass packaging. We use a wide variety of local ingredients in our products. And these local ingredients are grown on our farm and also sourced from local farmers. And these are super nutrient dense formulations that are actually have a lot of plants and actives and no synthetic chemicals or no fillers. And we actually believe that chocolate in skincare can save the rainforest. Chocolate comes from a plant called the cacao. And in order for the tree to grow, it needs shade. So farmers plant a diversity of crops around it to create canopies. Cacao agroforestry promotes biodiversity, living soil, and helps to mitigate climate change. There is so much uses in a single cacao pod. Cacao contains 55% of cacao butter used in nourishing creams, deodorants, lotions. The remaining cacao powder is extraordinarily high in antioxidants. And actually, it helps in skin health, and it preserves the usefulness in skin by fighting free radicals. And also, cacao also contains theobromine, which is used in our tooth powder, and that helps to remineralize the tooth and prevent decay, and is amazing. So we also use another ingredient, our star ingredient, called seaweed, and that is 92 minerals, and that has a lot of benefits in skin hydration and also in skin health. And by employing seaweed farmers, it renders a vital nursery for marine life and helps to combat climate change. Also, I aim in preserving like maroon Creole culture through using the traditional plants and also by naming some of our products like the maroon Creole, the cocoa fire face mask that we have after our traditional songs used in a standby fire dance ceremony in my village. Join us in growing cocoa love, where we create added value to local ingredients. We also employ farmers while keeping Creole marine culture alive and traditional farming practices alive. And we also provide solutions for consumers to live a consciously healthier life with radiant skin and nursing our planet back to health. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Indira, for your presentation. So I'll now open the floor for questions from the jury. So please go ahead, raise your hand if you have a question. Any questions from the jury?
I guess everyone else is shy to go. Oh, I see Richard. Go ahead, Richard, and I'll hold
No,
off.
go ahead, Gregory. You can start if you want.
All right.
We'll go to Richard.
So my question is around the current size of your company. You know, if you had to give an estimate of revenue or amount of customers reach, and what is your target and how you intend to market your products to get to that point?
So right now, our market is just mostly Belizeans, and we market to Belizeans, but we plan on expanding. And our revenue is about 1,500 US a month. So it's fairly small, but every month we see ourselves expanding more and more.
Okay, and what's your plan for expansion or sustainable growth of your business?
I plan on actually, so it's hard to get a website here in Belize where you can actually purchase products, but we have a bank that we've been keeping in touch with, and they said they're just starting to work on that. And so we plan on getting our product out there online so that people could purchase internationally more.
Okay, thank you.
Richard, floor is yours.
Okay, hi Indira, how are you? All right,
Hello.
good presentation. One question, because the question asked earlier was part of mine as well, but added to that, how many staff do you have, if any?
Just myself.
Just yourself? Okay,
Yes.
great. All right, so your expenses is about what % of your income?
About 30%.
30%, okay,
Mm-hmm.
all right.
Most of the expenses come just from mostly packaging, because we try to use the bulk of our expenses in just employing farmers. And so most of that expense is like, you know, getting international shipping to Belize.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions from Gary? Thank you, Richard.
Sorry, just
Rezi,
one question.
go ahead.
And maybe I missed it, but good presentation, thanks. I was just wondering how many products are currently in your SKU, like your current product range?
We have 6 essential products. We have a moisturizer, cleanser, deodorant, tooth powder, face mask.
Okay, and just a follow-up to that, which is your best product currently, you would say? Best performing product?
It ranges. I would say maybe our aloe seaweed jelly cleanser, and we grow predominantly the aloe in our farm, and then we source the seaweed from seaweed farmers.
Okay, thanks.
Eve, maybe you can take the next question, and then Gregory, if we still have time for more.
Yes, thank you. I would like to know, you say, how far is your farm from either Belize City or Belmopan, and What are the logistic challenges that you face?
Well, our farm is in Punta Gorda, which is all the way down south. And so I live on my farm, so I just go outside and I pick the ingredients. And the hardest part is just, I would say, getting shipping to Belize and purchasing, you know, in bulk. I would say shipping is the hardest challenge in our business. Buying, packaging, mostly, yes.
Thank you, Eva and Indira. And Gregory, you have another question, I understand.
Yes, one last question and a quick one. What type of seaweed do you use in your seaweed products? Is it sargassum seaweed or is it a different kind? And if so,
it's called Ikuma, like it's hard to spell, EUCHEMA, I believe.
okay. Okay, thank you.
So if there are no more questions, we'll thank Indira and the jury members, Indira for her pitch and the jury members for their interest and the interesting questions. And Indira, thank you for answering those. The jury will now take a little bit of time to give their grades before we move on to the second finalist. And I would also like to thank everyone for the very encouraging comments you're putting in chat to encourage, you know, Indira and others. And it's a great achievement to have made it to the final. So congratulations to all of you to have made it to the stage. You know, as Eve was explaining, there were quite a lot of applicants and only a few made it to the final. So congratulations for having reached this stage. And thank you, Indira.
Thank you.
So our second finalist is Tony Ann Williams. She's from Jamaica, and she will present her business Mosa Estate Limited. Tony Ann, are you ready?
Hi, yes, I am ready. Are you able to hear me clearly?
We can hear you very well. So
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Have you ever thought about where the fruits you give your kids come from? And how long did they take to get here? From a farm in the USA, Mexico, or even Spain, to all the way here in Jamaica. And when they get here, are they of good quality to give my little baby? Hi, I'm Sashana, a biochemist and founder of Mosa Estate, and we help people to access freshly picked local strawberries by using our temperature-controlled microclimate greenhouse that is close to market and is able to produce fruits throughout the year. With our system, you won't have to worry about the deterioration of your fruits. You can eat in confidence. Your kids can eat in confidence, knowing that their fruits were grown locally, organically, near to you, picked and delivered fresh. How it works is by creating a temperature-controlled system using vertical hydroponics to optimize on space to allow fruits that is ideal for strawberries to allow them to grow throughout the year. It is exempt from environmental factors that are plagued by traditional farming, such as drought, flooding, and even hurricanes. The challenge faced by imported strawberries or even locally produced strawberries are that imported strawberries face deterioration and spoilage, which is a major loss to importers. Just this morning, I lost about 20 pounds of imported strawberries due to spoilage. They were for customers for tomorrow's Valentine's Day event, and they're all gone. On another hand, local strawberries are significantly smaller than imported berries. They tend to be a bit tart, and they're produced sporadically on a very small scale, and are often grown in very mountainous areas that are very hard to access, and even harder to get land to even grow these berries, which has been a major pain point for me, which drove me to create and establish this system, the first in Jamaica. Through our system, we'll grow food closer to our target market, such as supermarket chains, restaurants, hotels, and small businesses, as well as health-conscious consumers. Strawberries are a delicate fruit and are in demand locally, so much so that it costs close to $100 million every year just to import to supply local demand. And with the tourism sector growing rapidly, so with the demand of this well sought after fruit. Join us on our quest to disrupt how farming is done, to create sustainability in the agricultural sector. Say no to old, moldy, sour strawberries. You deserve the very best every time with big, juicy, sweet, organic Mosa strawberries. Thank you.
Thank you, Sashana, for your pitch. I will now open the floor for questions. And I see Eve, you already have your hand up, or is it from the previous one?
No, it's for this one.
Okay, you were very quick this time.
I love strawberries. Yes, I'd like to know a little bit more at which stage of development of your project you are. What are the targets that you have reached? How much more or less you have already invested? What is still missing in terms of access to technologies, for us to have a clear view of where you stand exactly, and for how long you've been in operation?
So we're just at the prototype stage, and we're about to start fully building out the system in April. We're currently waiting on grant funding, but so far we already operate in the space. We produce hydroponics lettuce, and we also make value-added products like juices and smoothies. What was part of your question? So I would just want to answer it.
Yes, how much you have invested so far? What is still missing in terms of equipment and technology?
Well, in terms of the strawberry system, we've invested about 3 million. And as I said, we're waiting on grant, but we already have hydroponic system, which is about 10 million that's currently running. So to answer your question specifically, about 3 million for the start of the prototype.
That's 3 million Jamaican dollars.
Jamaican.
Okay.
Jamaican.
Thank you, Sashana. Other questions from the jury? Darren, go ahead.
Hi, Tonian.
Hi.
Going to be around. You kept on mentioning spoilage and how your solution is the solution. How exactly does your prototype and the product when it's evolved into that prevent spoilage?
So the spoilage really comes from the long distances. It's really from the long distances that the fruit would have to travel. It's very delicate and spoils fairly quickly. So with our system, we're able to position ourselves closer to market. So usually here, strawberries are grown maybe in the Blue Mountains or 4,000 square meters above sea level. With this system, it's a microclimate greenhouse, or so you can visualize it. It's in a 40-foot container, right? Which is insulated, which is stackable and scalable, and would be able to set this system up closer to market. So it'll be set up closer to hotels so we're currently in Trelawney. So in Trelawney, there are about 5 hotels, and close by there are numerous hotels that are nearby. The distance traveled would be pretty slow because we're already closer to market. So which would reduce transportation time, which would lead to spoilage. And also they would be refrigerated or chilled along their journey to our target customers.
All right, so I understand.
Yankees just informed us that the time has elapsed.
Oh.
For the Q&A.
I'll reserve my other question. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ashana. So we'll just give a little bit of time for the jury to give their grades. And for those participants who've joined a little bit later and missed the introduction, you are watching the MicroPitch Business Plan CARICOM 2022-2023 edition. So we've just had 2 pitches, and we have many, many more to come. So we have 3-minute pitches followed by questions from esteemed jury members. So welcome those who have joined later. I see we have at the moment 94 participants. I hope also many people are supporting our finalists from family and friends and partners. So thank you for joining us. So we'll move on now to Grenada. So for our third finalist, we'll have Cassandra Mitchell from Grenada, and she will present her business that is called Oasis Farms. So Cassandra, are you ready?
Yes, I am. It will be remiss of me if I do not correct the pronunciation of the country's name. It's Grenada.
Thank you.
All right. Lack of access to arable land, lack of access to finance, limited access to new technology in the agricultural sector, an aging farming population, gender inequality, climate change, food insecurity. These are just a few of the myriad of issues faced by women and youth wanting to get involved in agriculture and the reasons behind the creation of Oasis Farms. I'm Cassandra from the beautiful Spice Islands of Grenada. I'm a former youth parliamentarian, human rights activist, and agripreneur. Oasis Farms was built around a sustainable enterprise model, using a multifaceted approach, high quality, efficient food technology. We have designed a hybrid system which combines a nutrient flame technology and deep water culture methods that provides ideal conditions for better tasting fruits and vegetables, lettuce, strawberries, and peppers for now. How will this solve the issues and the challenges that I mentioned? One, we'll be able to supply enough food in a sustainable manner, allow for some of our lands to revert back to natural landscape, restoring our already damaged ecosystems, efficient use of our water resources, including remediating of black water, and eliminating the need for large-scale use of pesticides and herbicides. Yes, we still practice traditional farming, collecting data as we do so that will be made accessible to others in the sector. So we plant the traditional peas and pumpkin, corn, pineapple. Your support will assist in the expansion of the company. The digitization of the business will help us in solving the issues around market linkages and inclusion in the agricultural value chain, procuring of additional tools and equipment. And we'd also like to move away from the traditional use of tilapia in the systems and explore other freshwater species. Oasis Farms is driven by the need to address some of the challenges in the agriculture sector here in Grenada, change the perception of the sector from fork and hoe, and make it more attractive for women and youth, contribute to food security here on island, which we now records an average of $400 million annually. Investing in us is investing in the future. We are merging high tech with old-fashioned customer service. While we're doing that, we're feeding the future from farm to the family table, and from the family table to the corporate table. So we're not only impacting people, but the planet. Thank you, and best of luck to my colleagues.
Christina, you're still mute.
Apologies. Thank you very much, Cassandra. And your pitch already inspired a question. So Yves, followed by Gregory.
Yes, thank you. Yes, again, the same question. Where do you stand exactly in your process of establishing your business? For how long have you been in operation? What type of investments have been made so far? What is still missing? Thank you.
Oasis Farms, thank you for the question. Oasis Farms was started in 2017. We are registered in here in Grenada, and we started with traditional farming. The whole need, again, looking at all of the myriad of issues and challenges faced by women and youth in the agriculture sector. We were able to get a grant from the World Bank and the government of Grenada to incorporate ICT. So currently we have 3 small systems that produces the peppers, the strawberries, and the lettuces for now. So on average, we get about 100 head of lettuce, peppers, maybe about 100 to 150 pounds of peppers. And similarly with the lettuce, but we are collecting data because one of the challenges that we had in incorporating the ICT component and the aquaponics was trying to get the numbers right. Because of our microclimate where the farm is located, we had some challenges with letting the heat out of the greenhouse. So currently we are trying to work with improving our technology that we have, training staff, because that was one of the challenges that we found here as well, because we didn't have the resources, people who were trained in aquaponics and hydroponics to pass on that knowledge to us. So we had to import it. So we are looking for that. I'm currently working with the National Training Agency so that we can train a trainer. That transfer of knowledge stays here in Grenada and that we can continue training people who pass through the company. What else do we need? Yes, so just the knowledge, the training, and the updating of some of our equipment and tools.
Thank you, Cassandra. Gregory, go ahead.
Yes, thank you. So you mentioned a couple of different farming techniques, aquaponics, and I believe ICT. What makes you think, why would you say that these are the best or most efficient systems? Can you give me a little bit more detail about why? And then also, as a follow-up to that question, what would be the price point of your products relative to other exports or other products in the market once you produce from this system?
Thank you for the question. One of the reasons why we believe that this is one of the best methodologies for agriculture right now, one of the challenges that we have in Grenada is that there's only about 1 or 2% of the lands owned are state lands. The others are private lands. So for women and youth wanting to get involved in agriculture, access to lands is always an issue. But if you use aquaponics or hydroponics, because you can use a small space and get almost equivalent of the products or the production compared to traditional farming, we think that's one of the best methods if we're looking at sustainability, even from subsistence farming. Even from that perspective, aquaponics and hydroponics would be the best option in the absence of access to lands. The starting point, it is very cost intensive to do hydroponics and aquaponics. That is one of the things, and if you're talking about ICT, incorporating ICT into agriculture, that is very cost intensive. So one of the challenges that we have is trying to balance the price of our crops compared to those that are traditionally grown, the farmers who grow them.
Yankee has informed me the time has elapsed. Thank you, Cassandra. So Darren, next time, let's take your question first because we didn't get to your question. Thank you very much, Cassandra, for your presentation. So we'll give the jury again a little bit of time to deliberate. And I see we have already 101 participants. So the number keeps growing over time. And we've heard some really interesting pitches. And as you can see, it elicits a lot of questions that we could have spent a lot more time on. Unfortunately, we don't get to hear all of the questions, but I'm sure people will also keep in touch after this competition. So I already want to thank the three first pitchers for your pitches, and we're looking forward to the rest of the presentations.
Christina, sorry.
Yes.
Just to remind to the jury members to send their grades and to do send on the graded system. Thank you.
All right. So 103 participants already. So it's an excellent turnout. So next we move on to Anastasia Elliott from St. Kitts and Nevis, and she will present her business that is called Sugar Town Organics. Anastasia, are you ready to start?
Yes, I am.
You are? Okay, and we can hear you very well. So go ahead, good luck.
All right, thank you. Good evening, everyone. What if we could influence a healthier generation and society using inputs from our land and sea? I mean, just what if, right? In my teen years, my mother was diagnosed with cancer. She chose to fight it naturally using the elements of nature found around her. I saw her go through this stage. It took her about 4 months. Mommy. That's my mom, y'all. All right, I saw her go through this period, and it really piqued my interest about the possibility that food had to help us to maintain healthy lives. As I grew into adulthood, I noted that in my society, as our diets changed, so too did the type of diseases that people were coming down with. And I had this, you could call this epiphany moment, like, what if I could create the same impact that I saw with my mother into the society within I live? And so I went to my family and I pitched my idea because I needed access to the family legacy recipes to do this. They went for it, and my business was born in 2015, right? My baby. It's called Sugartown Organics. It's my impact innovation. And in Sugartown Organics, we craft artisanal food and cosmetic products using the ingredients from our space. We have an organic garden, but we also have a network of organic farmers where we source ingredients from, and we also source ingredients from the sea. We utilize sargassum, which a lot of people say is a nuisance, and we also utilize sea moss. Our brands, Floral Foods, is where we have our vegan food products, and we created Floral Foods because we noted that when we created our cosmetics, we had a lot of waste food left over. And so we wanted to create a circular system where we didn't have that waste happening. And it was something that we could apply on a larger scale to our farmers. The excess food that they had, we could take it, create these value-added products that we could then market because they were healthy versions, and then create that sort of healthy circular ecosystem. We have been in existence for a number of years. We started out with $100, making just over $900 a month. That's in my currency EC. To now, 8 years later, we are on a good month. We are at about maybe $8,000, $9,000, which is really good for us. So we created this impact innovation. If you guys want to see, you can go to our website, sugartownnaturals.com. We market to a local population. We also market to visitors to a show, and we also export, which is huge for us as well. My name is Anastasia Elliott. I am the CEO and co-founder of Sugartown Organics. We just opened our storefront. We've just started hiring persons. Our staff has gone from 2 to 5, and we're quite happy with our projects, and we're quite happy that we can offer products that have a national feel to them, that represent our country, and that we can offer this impact innovation to our population. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anastasia. Darren, did you have a question, or shall we go first to Richard?
Okay, I'll go ahead. Good presentation, Anastasia.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask 2 questions. One, what is your expectation from MicroPitch in terms of resources, whether it's financial resources or resources otherwise?
I have always looked for both financial and resources otherwise. I don't know everything, right? And so I lean a lot on my advisors, business advisors, people who could tell me or teach me what they know, right, to help me build my business. Because I found that over the years, that is one of the things that has helped us to grow. So persons who can guide me on finance, persons who can guide me on marketing or manufacturing, persons who can help me navigate logistics, because logistics in the Caribbean is quite expensive and sometimes quite difficult to maneuver. So for me, it's both. Any technical assistance that could help us to continue to grow and to scale up our impact, and of course, finance.
All right, quickly, just a follow-up question. You mentioned your integration into circular economy. I kind of like that. What's the size of your support team?
I am not understanding. Can you repeat the question?
What's the size of your team?
It's like 5.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Anastasia and Darren. So let's go to Richard.
Anastasia, wonderful
Richard.
presentation.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work. So you said your business is profitable, right?
Yes.
Okay. And where do you see your business in the next 5 years? Since you see it profitable now and it is growing and you have been exporting, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years, and what is the level of profit you're looking to grow it to?
Okay, so in the next 5 years, I would like to see us to grow our export market. We do export to the US, the UK, Germany, Taiwan, and we do have a lot of feedback. We have quite some interest. For us, the issue is logistics, okay, how to get stuff into the different markets. And so that is one thing that I'm trying to navigate right now. For me, I would like to see the business grow to be sustainable, to be something to create jobs, right? Because that one of the things that we want to do is be able to create jobs. We have a social where we teach entrepreneurship to youths. Our last camp, we had 2 businesses being started out of camp by 2 teenagers. And so we want to be able to scale up that impact with our company and to be able to earn enough that we could manfully put on our factory and be able to offer more jobs and they'll be able to grow our income.
All right, one last question.
Oh, okay. The time has elapsed, unfortunately.
All right.
You could always send me a message privately. I'll answer.
Thank you, Anastasia. And I saw we didn't get to Ameline's questions. Ameline, if you have a question for the next participant, we'll take you first. So thank you so much, Anastasia. As you can see, there are a lot of questions and a lot of interest in the different businesses. So we'll again give a little bit of time to the jury to do the grading, and then we'll move on to the next pitch. So we have a lot of a variety of businesses and countries being covered. And next we'll move yet to another country. So we'll hear from the whole region, which is great. And that's really also the purpose of this competition and the training series is also to connect people with each others and to be inspired and learn from other people and their experiences and the challenges and achievements that they've had in their business journeys. And it's certainly very inspiring for me to listen to your journeys and your achievements. So let's move on to the next pitch now. So thank you very much, Anastasia. And
thank you as well.
Thank you. So we'll go to finalist number 5 now, and this is Jewel Joseph from Trinidad and Tobago, and her business is Bush Girl Productions Limited. So go ahead and start if you're ready.
Good evening, everyone. I am Jewel Joseph, and I am a mad scientist. Not the evil muhaha kind that want to take over the world in a bad way, but one that wants to inspire you to eat right, to live sustainably, and to love planet Earth. And this is exactly what my company, Bush Girl Productions, is all about. You see, I love food. I love nature, beauty, and belly. That's what I say. And so I love concocting, mixing, making all sorts of stuff in the kitchen. And my family and friends, they are my closest critics and also my guinea pigs. During this COVID period, the need for us to keep our immunity boosted was very much highlighted and to eat healthy foods. And so with this motivation, I started to experiment with functional foods and beverages, namely probiotic fermented foods like yogurts in dairy and non-dairy form, as well as probiotic spritzers and naturally bubbly drink. Now, this was for family and friends with no intention to really sell, but the encouragement from them like, Jewel, this is tasting good. Why don't you sell it? So I decided, okay, let's put it out in the universe. Attended farmers markets, pop-ups. We were privileged to be part of the CARICOM Agri Investment Forum and Expo. And the response from people was really, really encouraging for us. Not only the feedback helped us to improve the quality of our products, but also showed us that we have potential to really do something great. Not only to be in the shelves of groceries, on the shelves of fridges, in the stomach of persons, but also to be able to be a source of inclusive employment for my community, to be able to collaborate with farmers to source raw ingredients, and also to be able to collaborate with other entrepreneurs who are like-minded like us, who want to save the environment, who want to encourage awareness about waste management as well. So we need help. Can't do this alone. We need help to be able to scale, to be able to test our products, to be able to I have equipment, and we need you. We need you to channel your inner bushkill. It's not geographical, not just my nickname, but it's a way of life, a culture that we want to encourage. This eating right, living sustainably, and loving planet Earth. Join us.
Thank you so much, Jewel, for the inspiring pitch. So let's open the floor for questions. Ameline, we didn't get to your question last time, so I don't know if you have a question for Jewel.
Hi, Jules. Excellent presentation. I feel passionate. I would like you to tell us a little bit about the product that you have and also a little bit about your sales.
Sure. Well, the products that we have are under 3 brands. Yogurt, which is our yogurt brand. We have it in non-dairy, which is made from coconut and oat milk, and also dairy versions in Greek, in shakes, as well as a type of cheese called lamne. We also have another brand called Cultured Sips, which is a probiotic spritzer, our unique spin of water kefir. And then we have another brand, Oat Key, which is an oat drink, which specifically target for persons who are vegan as well, and lactose intolerant. In terms of, what was the other part of the question? Sorry.
Tell us a little bit about your monthly sales.
Okay, so monthly sales so far, we have not been really attacking marketing aggressively because we're still in the development phase. So far, monthly, we have been able to generate on average 5,000 PT. And this is just going at a slow pace and tweaking things as we go along as well. We want to expand because we see the potential in producing in volume.
Thank you very much, Jill and Ameline, for your questions. So Gregory, I think you have a question. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you. Where do you source your ingredients from currently, and also your packaging, etc.? That's the first question. And second question, if you were to receive some seed funding, what would be some of the first things that you would use the financing to do?
Okay, so local distributors in terms of the glass packaging that we use, that's where we source our packaging. Also, we encourage our clients to recycle, and we intend to repurpose those and reuse those glass items, sanitize them, sterilize them, and also reuse them to also refill for them. The other part of the question, sorry, can you repeat, please?
Oh, sorry. So where do you source your raw materials for making the actual products?
Right. So in terms of the coconut, it's sourced from local farmers, the fruits and vegetables from local farmers as well. From my farm as well, the mangoes, the lemons, citrus, those things. In terms of the milk, we source it at a distributor, but we want to move away from that. We want to actually encourage dairy farming back in Trinidad because it's a dying industry. So we want to collaborate with farmers and the university in order to get the dairy production in Trinidad back, I should say.
Thank you very much, Jill. We have run out of time again. And thank you, Gregory, for your questions. So thank you, Jill. And we'll let the jury now to give their grades. So we now have 110 participants, so we are still growing. And I'm also reading the comments you're posting in chat, where you're very encouraging towards each other's and giving a lot of positive vibes. And I think that's great because we're all in it together, and there's lots of inspiring business journeys, and it's great to see this positive atmosphere towards all of the great pitches we've heard so far, and many more to come as well. So I thank Jewel, and we'll have still quite a few more, and we're still covering a few more countries of the region as well, which is great. So let's give just a little bit more time to the jury so that they can think about their grades. So we will now go to our next finalist. So thank you, Jewel. And we will go to Sharon Pitts, who is also from Belize, and she will present her business that is called Tropical Curls Belize. Are you ready to start, Sharon?
As ready as I'll ever be at this point.
Excellent. We are looking forward to it. So go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. So I have a question. So how many of you here tonight are parents? And how many of you here are parents with teenagers? Now, for those of you who have teenage daughters, you already know their lives are wrapped around snapping it up for social media or talking on the phone with their friends about boys. But unfortunately, for me, at the age of 16, it was a real life-changing year for me. I was diagnosed with polycystic ovarian syndrome. And one of the results of PCOS is thinning hair. So enter into the equation my solution, Tropical Curls Belize. Now, I'm the sole proprietor as well as the formulator. My name is Sharon Pitts, of course. And Tropical Curls Belize is a line of hair care products that is formulated more specifically for those with highly textured hair, but it also aids for those who are experiencing thinning hair as a result of PCOS, as well as postpartum hair shedding, traction alopecia, that, you know, for all those tight hairstyles, and also for the men. There is the men who are experiencing these sparse beards and the receding hairlines. Now, I think everybody knows at this point that the business of hair care products is a multi-billion-dollar business. Now, what stands out and what makes Tropical Curls Belize so unique is the synergy between the herbs that I use in my products. They're all local to Belize, and this allows me to be able to support my local market as well as my fellow small businesses who are plant nurseries, as well as one of the largest cacao farms for my butters, right? Now, one of the other features, given the fact that all my ingredients are non-toxic and non-carcinogenic, in comparison to quite a few of the products that I see lining the beauty supply shelves from the imported competitors. And I would like to be able to partner with PAHO Caribbean. I noted that recently I saw that they have a global initiative to bring awareness to cancer. And there is a very real link between hair care products with these toxic ingredients like the sulfates, the parabens, the formaldehydes, the propylene glycol, and cancer, right?
I'm sorry, Sharon, the time has run out.
Really? Okay.
But thank you very much. It was very inspiring. So we'll now open the floor to questions from the jury. Are there any questions for Sharon on her pitch? So Richard, go ahead, and then we'll go to Kwesi afterwards.
All right, so Sharon, lovely pitch. You spoke directly to my daughter and had me listening. So how profitable is your business? How is it doing in terms of sales and so forth? And then you can just give us a quick understanding of where you want to reach after MicroPitch.
Okay. So this is actually the best possible time for me to be a part of the MicroPitch because my business is actually, I just wrapped up market research, right? So I was ensuring that everything is good. I've tested on quite a few persons and seen some wonderful reviews. So I was actually about to speak with some businessmen to get launched actually at the ending of this month. So this is perfect timing for me here. I would like to see my business be able to expand, not just locally, but internationally. I have teamed up with why can't I remember when I'm supposed to? I've teamed up with the Belize Chamber of Commerce, as well as the International Network of Women in Business. And at the ending of this month, I'm going to be speaking to some international businessmen as well, who are supposed to be aiding in the launch, right? So in answer to your question, locally and globally is the mission. Sorry, did I miss out any other part of your question? I want to make sure I get everything.
Sales, is it, that mean it's not, you're not doing any sales right now?
Not as yet. Setting sale for the ending of this month, but I'm getting rave reviews already, so definitely prepping for a wonderful launch.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sharon and Richard. Kwesi, you had a question.
No, sorry. The questions Richard asked, she addressed those. Sharon addressed those. Thanks.
Okay. Gregory, you had a question?
Yeah, I was just asking quickly if there's been any product testing to show the efficacy of the products for hair retention.
Product testing on various persons here. Various persons, yes. In my market research, I have. As I said, I've seen wonderful results. And I didn't think otherwise, because the herbs, the plants, the roots that I've been using, they all have years of research behind them. So I know definitely they're going to work, right? So I don't have
Unfortunately,
here.
We ran out of time again.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Gregory, for your question.
I'm too passionate.
And thank you, Sharon, for the answers and for your pitch. And good luck to the competition. And we'll give the jury a little bit of time to do the grades again. But it's really wonderful to hear from all of the finalists the social environmental impact that your businesses are having, as this year's theme of the MicroPitch is sustainable business and the impact on the people and on the planet. And certainly we've heard a lot of examples of how you're achieving that and the different ambitions that the different finalists have in that regard. So that's great to hear, and we have many more people to hear from. And we'll look forward to hearing about the impact that they are having with their businesses as well. So we'll just give a little bit more time to the jury. So our next finalist is from Haiti. So I would like to welcome Jean-Didier Markenroth. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Are you ready to start your pitch?
Hello,
he will
everyone.
present his business called Nwalakayan, and I hope I pronounced that okay. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Haiti is facing many problems at this moment, such as insecurity, especially in Port-au-Prince, the capital, which benefits Cap-Haïtien, the country's second largest city, historical and tourist capital. Only during the month of August 2022, hundreds of thousands of people visit Cap-Haïtien and dozens of events were organized for its culture, history, heritage, and cuisine, including roasted cashew nuts, one of the local products that characterize the reputation of Caribbean. And our target customer are local and foreign tourists. Local and foreign tourists are our target customer. We will fund them by creating partnership with existing companies that already build reputation and accommodation and transportation companies as airports, hotels, beach, and seat and attraction touristic. And our suppliers are groups of farmers who work in workshop using manual and rudimentary tools, but this is what characterizes the quality of our product. The techniques are unique. And our value, we offer two values: packaging. Packaging, we have a craft paper packaging that respects environmental standard. It is composed of two elements: an outer layer of craft paper and inner layer of carpet. This makes products they roasted not for a period of 6 to 9 months. We use a name that comes from the Asian dialect, noir, which means cashew nuts, and lakayam, which means house. It's a way to make customer feel at home when they experience what we offer. And then we are already testing our product, and we have built many partnerships with accommodation and transportation companies and Caribbean. We have the international airports of Caribbean, and 2 supermarkets and Caribbean, 1 beach and 1 hotels. And we have 2 partnerships with supermarkets and Port-au-Prince, and we have 1 partnership with a companies in USA who help us to oversight our product. And then we are here now. We are ready to ask you to invest in our product and our business. And if you want to invest in people and countryside and agritourism, we are here and we are ready. Thank you.
Thank you, Jean Didier. So we will now open the questions from the jury. So jury members, please raise your hand if you have a question. Darren, go ahead.
Thank you for your presentation. I just wanted to ask you about your product. Can you guys tell me what your product is?
What are our product?
Yes, what is your product?
Yeah, our product is roasted cashew nuts. Roasted cashew nuts. Yes.
Oh, you're selling roasted cashew nuts.
Yes, and we respond to 2 issues: packaging, so conditioning and positioning.
All right, so let me see if I understand. You're selling roasted cashew nuts.
Yes.
What are you saying about in terms of the packaging? Is that something that you're doing as well? Or are you talking about the packaging that you're using to sell your roasted cashew nuts?
Okay. Thank you for your question. Nualakam is an enterprise who associate the agricultural and tourism sector by offering our customer are tourists, a local product, roasted cashew nuts that respond to the problem of conditioning and positioning. This is what we do.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Darren. Thank you, Jean Didier. Other questions?
Just wondering, what are your, well, you spoke about investment, but what are your immediate plans for the business, the next things that you'll be working on?
Okay, what we will do is to invest in resources that will help us to build partnership, because we will where our clients are. Okay, we will where our customers are. So the tourists need experience, and we will use canals like airports, hotel, beach, restaurants, and using transportation company. And we will there. We will add the transportation company. We will add the hotel. We will add the beach. This is what we will. This is where we will are. We will there, because and we will invest in distribution resource at first.
Thank you very much, Jean Didier. The time has run out. So thank you for your pitch and for the answers, and thank you to the jury members for the questions. So we'll give the jury a little bit of time to deliberate on the grades again.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And thank you also for all the encouraging messages in the chat to our finalists who've done very well to get so far. And I see that many of you are personally also interested in the products that are being pitched by the different finalists. And certainly for me as a moderator as well, I am interested in many of your products when I hear them described so passionately. And it's great to see so many different countries of the region being represented. And we can see that everywhere in the Caribbean, there's great entrepreneurship and ideas and passion to develop business that also has a social and environmental impact. And we were also very happy to see many of you attending the 3 different training sessions that we offered with some really passionate and engaging speakers. So I hope you also found them very useful and they gave you new ideas and perspectives for your business, and maybe also context amongst yourselves. I remember there was very lively discussion among participants and also to the guest speakers that presented their businesses during those training sessions. So I hope those were useful also as a preparation for this business plan competition. Yes, I see that many people want to try the yogurt and the hair products, and I think we can organize to circulate promotional materials after the business plan competition, in case the products are available in different countries or one of the finalists is from your country. So let's move on to the next finalist now. So we go back to Trinidad and Tobago. And I'd like to introduce you to Danielle McCletchy. And Danielle, she will present her business called CARICOM. So Danielle, are you ready to start?
Hi, good night.
Hi. Go ahead.
Okay, guys, I'm so excited. So I want you guys to be excited too. So I want you guys to close your eyes and imagine one of the best moments of your life. It may have been Christmas or your birthday or any big major celebration with your family and friends. But for me, it's been Carnival. Carnival is the place where I meet with my friends and family every year to experience freedom and liberty and love in one place. And there's no other event like this. And it's not just me. You can ask my mom, who has been playing for over 2 decades in Carnival. But Carnival is quite expensive. In order to parade down the street in our fancy costumes, I usually have to drop around 1,000 US at a minimum. And so it could even go up to like $2,000 to $3,000 just to play in a costume. To make matters worse, I cannot reuse the costume to jump and play in Carnival every single year. And that's how CarniCycle was formed. My name is Danny McCutcheon, and my co-founder, Luke Harris, and I, both local Tobagonians, asked the question, what happens to Carnival costume every year? And to our surprise, these costumes that are decked out in feathers that come from South Africa, rhinestones that come from China, and all these other synthetic and toxic materials were ending up in the streets, overfilled landfills, the rivers and oceans, and maybe even in your closet. And our solution to combat these problems simply was costume recycling. And as simple as the solution was, we are the first to pioneer the solution. And after 3 years, through working with masqueraders, people who are playing in the costume, and other carnival designers, we've been able to recycle over 1,200 costumes that were once used or excessively produced. And we've also been featured in over 5 research papers and have developed a network of over 40 partners. And so once these costumes are recycled, we're able to salvage the materials and redistribute them back to local designers or sell them as is to artisans, all at a discounted price. But our reach doesn't even stop there. Through our initiative, we've been able to sell these costume materials and costumes to the burlesque industry and the samba industry and to other carnivals in Jamaica, Miami, and Toronto. So we need your help to keep going, and we want to keep going. So through investment from this competition, we want to streamline our operations and roll out our costume rental platform to help people like you, me, and my mom save on costume pieces every year without crowding our overfilled landfills. So we want to bet with a purpose.
Thank you so much, Danny, on your pitch. And I'll now open the floor for questions from the jury. So jury, raise your hand if you have a question. And I think we have someone with an open mic. So if you can mute yourself. And Eve, the floor is yours.
Thank you. So I'd like to know more or less what is the percentage of the different costumes that you are able to recycle from one year to the other. If there's any material that cannot be sent to Brazil or to Jamaica, and what do you do with that material cannot be used for other carnivals? Thank you.
Excellent question. So we started our first costume recycling campaign, actually not in Trinidad and Tobago, but in Jamaica. And so in that first costume recycling campaign, we recycled only 23 costumes, but we had 23 supporters. Within a year, so between April 2019 to February 2020, we were able to increase by over 50% the amount of costumes we collected. So in 2020, we're able to recycle 105 costumes in just less than a year, actually, at one carnival. Then over the pandemic, we were able to get more material that were excessively produced by costume producers. And that was a total of over 800 costumes, bringing us to a total of 1,200 costumes. And the pieces that we cannot recycle, we actually upcycle them and we make jewelry like feathered earrings and things like that. And we also sell the pieces to like artisans and artists and people who just like crafts, and they use it to make crowns and all sort of funky things.
Thank you very much, Danny. Any other questions from the jury? Gregory, go ahead.
Hi, what's your current ratio of costs to revenues this year?
So this year so far, we've only invested in $1,000, and mostly that comes from logistics. So we have a network of costume recycling points through our partners with hotels and restaurants. And then we have to pay a truck to, put down the costume recycling boxes and then collect them to a location where we'll then process the costume with a team of volunteers. The costumes we get for free with people who don't want them anymore, so we don't have to pay for the costumes.
And what about revenues? How do you project your revenues in the coming year if you had to estimate versus cost?
So what we need help with is actually streamlining our costume breakdown process because it takes a little too long. So once we have enough broken down material, it sells pretty fast. To date, we've sold over $4,000 in costume materials. However, that process takes too long. So we are slowly making money. But we have over $60,000 projected worth of stock material that it just needs to be processed and put up for sale. 60,000 US, sorry.
Yeah, so you see, and what you could do in front of you.
Thank you, Gregory. And Ameline, you had a question. You still have a question? Oh, I see we've run out of time, actually. So, Ameline, if you have a question for the next finalist, we'll take you first. And thank you so much, Danny, for your inspiring pitch. And I think there are some questions for you actually in the chat about your business as well. People have some questions for you amongst the audience. So we'll give the jury a bit of time to deliberate. And I very much encourage everyone to use the chat to send encouraging messages as you're doing to congratulate all of our amazing finalists and to ask questions and learn from each other's and, also to learn where you can yourself, find that product or use that service in the case of Danny. If you're from that country or the product or service is available in your country. And I think it's giving us all a lot of inspiration to listen to the pitches and to hear of the amazing impact that you're having. And especially also during the pandemic where many small businesses around the world were very hard hit. It's great to see that you haven't lost your passion and enthusiasm and that you keep going despite some hard years behind us and hopefully a brighter future for all of us. So we have a few more pitches to go. So let's just have a small break for the grades and then we'll continue for the next one. And we now have 118 participants. So nobody's dropping out and people are bringing their friends. So we will move on to our 9th finalist. And so I'd like to present Tracy Ann Hyman, who hails from Jamaica and will present her business called Artel. Tracy Ann, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Go ahead.
Have you ever wondered how prepared your local government or your council is as it relates to disasters? Have you ever thought about the tools, the resources, even the data being used by your local government to respond to hazards? Research actually shows that disaster planners across Latin America and the Caribbean region have challenges with the type, the format, and the shape of the data being used for disaster planning. This data is not timely, it's outdated, and it's static. And it's very concerning, especially when you think, for example, about flooding. Since 2000, flooding has affected over 41 million people across Latin America and the Caribbean, with damages of 26 billion. Now, I know the 26 billion may fly over some of our heads, but that could have provided 14 million farmers with seeds to grow cash crops in our region. Hi, my name is Tracy Ann Hyman, and I'm the CEO of Artel. I always say about our team, we are born to deal with disasters, but our lives are not disasters. Now, on a serious note though, in 2019, when I saw the damage done to the Bahamas by Hurricane Dorian, as a geoscientist, I was deeply concerned. And I said to myself, this should never happen again. So many lives lost, so many damages. So our team of environmental professionals, we created a flood impact and planning tool for your local government. Disaster planners, emergency managers, engineers, telecommunication providers, and even insurance companies. The tool is web-based and it can be run on a desktop computer, a laptop, even a tablet, and it doesn't require a lot of computing power. So we call it a green ICT. Importantly, the tool uses artificial intelligence that helps to support a reduction in the lives lost and preserve buildings from damage. Right now, our competitive edge in the market is that we can produce results by the time of the day and the day of the week. So we can say, for example, with our product, a Saturday versus a Tuesday, you'll have more vulnerable people. And maybe between the hours of 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., you will experience more loss compared to another time period. So this is supposed to help our disaster planners make smarter and suitable and faster decisions that should allow for speedier recovery and rebuilding efforts when a disaster strikes. Look at what just happened with Turkey and Syria. With your investment, we can solve the disaster management challenges of your local government, which is critical because it affects our food security, our health, and the welfare of citizens across Latin America and the Caribbean, ultimately sustainability of our region. So partner with Artel today as we solve the globe's disaster management challenges using artificial intelligence. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tracy, and for this pitch on a topic that is very important for the region. So I will now start the questions from the jury, and Yves, go ahead, and then Richard.
Yes, thank you very much. So who will be buying your product? Basically, it's local governments, correct?
Local governments will be one, emergency managers, insurance companies, telecommunications providers, and disaster planners.
Okay. And so far, what is the penetration rate of your product? For instance, I presume Jamaica, for instance?
So far, we have tested the product in 4 communities. So we have created our prototype and we have gotten investments of over $1 million Jamaican dollars, which is about almost 7,000 US. And we're aiming to go about to 60,000 US dollars. That's what we need. We want to test the product in 2 Caribbean islands and 2 countries in Latin America and the Caribbean to further validate the work that we're doing. And then we'll have it available for the commercial market.
Thank you very much, Tracy and Yves, for the question. Richard, the floor is yours.
Actually, she answered the question already. I was asking about target market.
Okay. Any other questions from the jury? Ameline, would you have a question as we didn't get to you last time? Or anybody else? Ameline?
No,
Okay.
thank you.
No, okay. Darren, you have a question. Go ahead.
Hi, Tracy.
Hi.
All right. My question is just around how do you get this data and ensure that your data pool is always maintained correct as much as possible?
I'm not hearing it too clearly. If you could repeat it, but if you're, quickly.
Sure. I'm asking about how do you gather your data that you're using in this process, and how do you ensure that your data is as up to date as possible?
So we're using GIS in terms of the geographic data. We also have to go into the communities and collect all this data, and we're using a lot of GPS systems to collect the data. To make it relevant, that's going to be key, and that's going to give us a competitive advantage. We're going to have to collect the data often, but more importantly, storing it and ensuring that it's updated on a regular basis. So yearly updates is something that we're going to have to put in our cost structure to keep us relevant. As you can see how fast disasters are happening, flooding events, they happen very quickly. So our data has to be up to date on our storage devices.
Thanks,
Richard, oh, sorry. Thank you, Darren. And
okay.
Thank you, Tracy.
Quick question. You mentioned, Tracy, and about competitive advantage. Who are your competitors with this product right now?
So that's the thing. The results are not minute. It's just generalization. That community is flood prone. This one is at risk. We are bringing it down to say, hey, this community is at risk at this time on this day. So therefore, on this day at time, you need X amount of resources versus that amount of resources. Also, the product is on the market anywhere between 15,000 US and above. We're trying to come in anywhere between 6,000 all the way up to 15,000, breaking that up into add-on products, whether we're going to add on evacuation,
time has run out, unfortunately.
Early warning, etc.
Thank you very much, Tracy, and thank you, Richard, for the question. Thank you for the pitch, Tracy Ann, and good luck with the competition. And we'll now give the jury a bit of time to input their grades. It's great to hear also to see a variety of products, not only products, but also services like what Tracy Ann is offering, to really see the depth and variety of entrepreneurship in the Caribbean in terms of the different products and ideas that are being offered and developed, and the passion and knowledge people have about different fields that impact their community and their region, and also have, often a more wider global relevance as well. And I think what's coming across very much from the pitches is, how much the different finalists are caring about their community and how their products and services respond to that love for the community. So we have a few more exciting presentations to come up, and we still have 112 participants in the audience supporting our amazing finalists. And don't forget that you get to vote also at the end for your favorite. So keep that in mind when you listen to the different pitches. So we will move on to the next finalist now. So I will give the floor to Janelle Albury, who comes from the Bahamas, and she will present the Project Company. Janelle, are you ready to start?
I'm ready, thank you.
Go ahead.
We have a problem in my country, the disposal of waste glass. The Project Company is an upcycling company, and we are trying to solve this problem by recovering this glass, particularly empty glass bottles, and upcycling them to produce glassware. The way I came up with this company is I thought in my mind, it felt like I was taking care of every land except my own. I would travel, I would recycle where I went, I would upcycle, I would come home and then throw everything in the waste. Even worse was when people would visit me and ask, where do I throw my plastic? Where do I throw my glass? And I tell them, well, we don't recycle here, just throw it in the waste. Let me give you some stats. 7.2 million visitors came to the Bahamas in 2019. I like to tell people, I see tourists take a lot of things back at the airport. I've never seen them take their waste back. 300 acres, that's the size of the landfill on my island, Nassau, and 1 million years. That's how long it takes for glass to biodegrade. We have three main streams of revenue: the sale of our glassware. We want to also collect and charge a fee to collect the glass bottles, as well as in year 2, year 3, we want to rent our special upcycling bins. In terms of target markets, the main target markets are restaurants, bars, outdoor events, and local homeware and glassware stores. We have no direct competitor. There are some local breweries who recycle, but they only do their local beers, and you have to take the bottles to them. The indirect competitor, I guess, is keep doing what we're doing. In terms of our products, they are unique. We have found a way from tiddling in the studio, from working, to make glassware, produce glassware that looks like ceramics. We term it glass skinning. So without the high energy costs, we take the glass, and as I said, we make a coat on it, glass skin it, and we produce glassware that looks like ceramic, but without the high energy cost. We are, as I said, an upcycling company. We are about people. We are working with different artists, collaborating with them so they can get their artwork out there by using our products. We're working with candle makers. We're working with food processors who need jars at an affordable price to use to put their food in. I mean, bringing glasses in is 45%. So and by the time they bring it in, they have to sell their foods at quite exorbitant price. We are profit. We have found a way that with using the upcycled glass, we can be competitive with international products. And of course, we're Planet. We are trying to rescue as many bottles as possible from the landfill. In about 6 months, we've rescued about 7,000. I mean, that's really me in my car going out. So thank you, and we encourage you to drink sustainably.
Thank you so much, Janelle, for this inspiring pitch. So let's open the floor to questions from the audience. So Richard, from the jury, sorry, Richard, go ahead.
Hi, Janelle. Lovely pitch. I like the fact that you're working on cleaning up the environment and turning it into something, cheaper. What's the amount of staff you employ currently?
Right now, it's myself and a production manager. We are really at startup stage, but we have all the equipment necessary to do production level. I received a grant, so we have all of the equipment to process this now using cold work. We have a glass etching in terms to customize, but right now it's just two of us.
And two last question. When did you start the business, and what has your profit margin been? What's your profit like since then to now?
We have not really done sales. I would say our first big event was last month. It was just really testing and prototypes. I'll give you an amount though from what we made at our first showing. I'm pretty sure easily we can do about 3,000 a month, and that's out of a studio right now. We did a homeware store, and in 4 hours we made about 400 and found out we were underpriced.
Okay.
So the market is willing to pay more.
That glass you lift up earlier, that was one of the products?
Yes.
Okay. All right, cool. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Richard. Ameline, go ahead.
What are your plans for expansion?
In terms of expansion, we definitely know the Bahamas market is not going to sustain us. We want to get into the international market. So in the summer, we want to attend some international gift stores as well as direct marketing. I really not interested in this one selling. So right now what we're doing is putting together a catalog to get them out to the local gift stores.
I have a follow-up question. Would your target market more so be towards artisan or for food producers? Where's your focus at this time, or both?
Both. Not artisans as such. We're going to partner with the artisans, and we would take, let's say, 30%. But food processors is a big one. As I said, bringing glass bottles in is 45% duty. It's heavy, it's costly. So food processors, we're actually working with a candle maker as well, and a honey producer who wants us to produce bottles for her honey.
Thank you for the questions, Ameline, and thank you for the answers, Janelle. Any other questions? I guess we have still a little bit of time left. Darren, go ahead.
All right, since there's more time, could you just tell me, Janelle, about what your business model is? I heard you mention renting earlier of bins, but I'd just like to understand if your business model is these products that you're creating, if your earnings come through a subscription, or is it a situation where you rent to some, you sell to some? What's your business model essentially?
The business model for the glassware products is to sell directly, as I said, to stores, and we would do the marketing to get the consumers. That's for us, that's the biggest market share, the sale of the glassware. The rental and collection fees, that's just additional revenue. I'll be honest with you, the collection is going to be a hard sell, but what we've done is, because we find a lot of people, I mean, they want to keep doing what they're doing, right? They're like, it's for free. So what we have done to combat that is we say, either if you're within the circle, which means you're in our circular economy, you're a restaurant that we'll pick your bottles up for free if you're within the circle, which means you would buy your glassware from us, and we only charge you if you're not buying it back from us. I hope that answers your question.
Thank you so much, Janelle and Darren. We've run out of, no, actually we haven't run out of time. Sorry, go ahead. Darren, if you have further questions.
No further questions.
All right. Anybody else? Any questions for Janelle? Okay. Well, then I would like to thank Janelle for her great pitch. And let's give the jury a little bit of time for the deliberations. And I've also noticed, you know, a few of the pitches mentioned some of the challenges in the region in terms of, for example, logistics and getting the materials in, or the cost of getting materials in, or the cost of shipping to other countries. And so it's interesting to hear how there are some recurrent themes in some of the pitches about the challenges that you've had to overcome or work around or incorporate into your business as a factor. Yeah, and I see also a lively discussion in the chat. I think there's also a lot of interesting information for all of us from the information, the statistics that is shared from the pitches. And as someone said, the statistics are scary of you know, of the reality of what is happening. And so it's great to see initiatives addressing that. So let's move on to the next finalist. Next we have Terry Henry, who comes from Dominica, and she will present her business at Be Natural. Terry, are you ready?
Ready.
Go ahead.
Thanks. Good evening to all. As an entrepreneur with a sustainable and successful business that benefits people and planet, we have to connect a lot of dots. So tonight, join me to connect the dots between bees, body odor, ocean plastic, and planting trees. But first, let me introduce myself. I'm Terry from the beautiful nature island of Dominica. I am a beekeeper and the owner of Be Natural, where we make 100% natural personal care products, all containing our local chemical-free beeswax. We supply hotels, supermarkets, and pharmacies all across Dominica and in the Caribbean region also. We also just started a garden tour where we educate people about nature, beekeeping, and all aspects of value-added products from beehives. So let's connect our first dot, bees. Amazing honeybees that pollinate 1 in 3 plants that we eat daily. They also create beeswax, which we use to connect to our second dot. It's an ingredient in our best-selling, body odor busting Be Natural deodorant. It's an effective formula to eliminate body odor without unbalancing the natural chemistry of the body. Perfect. But we have a problem. All of our products are packaged in biodegradable and reusable containers. But consumers consistently tell us that they prefer the plastic deodorant tubes over the cardboard ones. Now, we have to make a profit and please our customers. However, in all good conscience, we cannot continue to contribute to the global deodorant industry, which throws away 7 million kilos of plastic waste every year. So we're embarking on a solution. We are creating a reusable deodorant tube made out of our third dot, ocean plastic. This hard-wearing and recycled case will act as a dispenser for your Be Natural deodorant, which will come in a refill biodegradable pod. And then when you finish using your wonderful deodorant product, you can connect to our last dot and use that pod to put in a seed, put it in the ground, and grow something. When that plant blooms, the bees will visit it, they will collect the nectar, they will create more beeswax, and the cycle repeats again. So by connecting the dots, you can see that we've created a picture of a thriving circular economy where we are making a massive impact by reducing waste, recycling trash, and regenerating our environment. So we hope that you will make a buzz with Be Natural tonight and support us in making this picture a reality. Thank you.
Thank you, Terry, for your pitch, and let's open the floor for questions. Richard, go ahead.
All right, Terry, nice pitch. I've been stung by bees maybe about 5 times because I tried that thing. I ain't going back into it. So kudos to you. How are you going to get persons to plant, use that pod to plant in so that it keeps your cycle going?
Right. So our challenge is that we cannot really supply the seeds with the pod because we want to export to different regions. So everywhere has their restrictions on seeds. However, we're going to build it into our social media campaigns so that it becomes like a movement where people are excited to show that, hey, look what I planted in my Be Natural pod. Here's what I grew, and take pictures, and it's become part of our marketing efforts. We will also partner with forestry divisions so we know what are the native seeds, and we also keeping a record of what plants are best for the bees, so we can advise people on what's best to plant in their region.
So Terry, you're doing all of the supply chain from backward to forward and go back again. All right, so what has your sales been like over the years since you have started? Let us know, where you are and where you want to go with sales in the business.
Okay, so we started in 2018, just after Hurricane Maria. And we have consistently pretty much doubled our sales year on year. So we're at a healthy profit margin. Right now, our cost of packaging and shipping is pretty crippling. So we're looking to reduce those costs and to enable us to become even more profitable. But so far, we have healthy returns and we are doubling every year.
Okay, great.
Thank you, Terry, and thank you, Richard, for your questions. Any other questions for Terry?
One last quick question.
Go ahead.
How many staff do you have, Terry?
Okay, so far, I'm the main staff member. We have other people working for us on contractual basis. So freelance people for marketing, accounting, and production assistant. And we just started with a new production assistant who should be working full-time with us.
Okay, great.
Thank you. And Eve, you had a question for Terry?
No, it was the same question. It was the same question regarding employment.
Yeah. I would also add that we work with other beekeepers around the island for our supplies and other farmers who supply a lot of our other local ingredients that we use in our other products.
Thank you, Terry. And now we've run out of time. So thank you very much for your pitch. Good luck.
Thank you.
And let's give the jury a bit of time for making the grades. So we have a few more finalists to go, and excited to hear the remaining pitches. And great to see that the support in the chat is still going strong, and we still have 109 members in this CARICOM finals. And I hope we also have many of you attending the regional finals to support the CARICOM winner who will be announced later today. So let us move on to the next finalist. So we have Amira Correa Pelayo, also from Belize, and she will present her business, Sangria Mia. So are you ready, Amira?
Yes, I'm ready.
Go ahead.
Wouldn't it be awesome that all businesses think about Mother Earth before making a profit? The global pandemic gave birth to a lot of small businesses, and I'm proud to say that my business was amongst these numbers. Sangria Mia was born out of necessity. You see, the time when the pandemic hit, I was unemployed, a new mom, and I was finishing my master's degree. Sangria Mia gave me an opportunity to discover my creative side. Hi, my name is Amira Correa Pelayo, and I'm the owner and founder of Sangria Mia. At Sangria Mia, we infuse premium wine with 100% natural fruit and fruit juice to create a product that we call an astounding sip of Belize. But we believe that our product is more than a sangria because we aspire to be a model for Belize as a for-profit, sustainable, woman-led business. In our commitment to sustainability, I have made investment to become a green project manager. And I can tell you that we work hard to promote a cycle of local prosperity. And by this, we source our fruits, some of our fruits from local farmers, our oranges and pineapples. And this is important to me because I am the daughter of fruit and vegetable vendors. In addition, I have provided employment opportunities to young women and also to the elderly, providing them meaning and income, purpose and income. I take pride in sharing that since the launch of my business, I have absolutely not used any plastic packaging. And it's important for me to share this because in Belize, we have a major packaging issue when it comes to sustainable packaging. We are overflowing with plastic packaging. We don't have a recycling company. We don't have a glass manufacturing company. But because of our commitment to sustainability, we came up with the only viable solution for our business, and that is reusing bottles. So we choose to reuse.
It's 6 o'clock.
So we are partnering with hotels and resorts so that they can give us their used bottles. And by that, we are also reducing landfill waste. So because of this growing need that we have now found ourselves that we are in a position where we need an established bottle cleaning facility. And we feel that this is the way forward because it will not only be a solution for us, but a solution for other small businesses who want sustainable packaging. So we feel that this grant will break ground and pave the way forward for us to operate sustainably. So join us in not only being the change you wish to see, but by encouraging others, by being role models and creating pathways in your country to do business sustainably and not making profits at the expense of Mother Earth. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Amira, for your pitch. And I'll now open the floor for questions from the jury. Go ahead, jury members, raise your hand if you have questions. Darren, go ahead. And Darren, if you can speak a little bit closer to the mic, I think we had a bit of a difficulty last time to hear you. Thank you.
Sorry, just let me know if you can hear me clearly.
I can hear you.
You can hear me. All right,
Yeah.
Thanks for the presentation, Amira. Just a quick question. How do you make money?
Well, we make money by selling our sangria. So we have different flavors. So we sell it, we make sales through pop-up shops. We also have our product in stores, and we're trying to find other ways and other avenues in which we can create sale for our product. It's an exceptional product. We always get good reviews about the flavor of the product and the potential that it has to grow.
All right. You mentioned about getting bottles, recycling bottles from hotels. Why do you think they will choose to give you their bottles versus another organization, another company that might be doing a similar thing to you?
Because there is nobody in my country doing it. So I approached the resorts and I asked them and I told them my mission about sustainability. And a lot of these, the resorts that I've approached, they were like, they want to be on board with it. So, yeah. So they also want to be a part of the sustainable efforts.
And you're accessing all these bottles for free, correct?
Yes. I also have plans to, once I have my bottle cleaning facility, I want to reach out and tell my customers that they can also provide these bottles. So there is other avenues that I can get the bottles. But storage is an issue right now because I don't have the storage capacity to store as much as I would want to store.
All right, thanks, Amira.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So let's take Gregory and then Amilin.
Hi. So if you received additional support or investment for your organization, what would you use this support to do? Both financial and non-financial support. What would you do with this?
So currently I got selected for an incubator program in Belize for the non-financial aspect because I believe that's very important to be able to utilize the funds properly. So once I get the financial aspect, I'll be able to properly establish this bottle cleaning facility. And in addition to try to take my operations, my production into a better space.
Thank you, Amira. And Amilin, you had a question?
Yeah, Amira, can you tell us a little bit about your average monthly sales and what would be your targets if you get the investment?
Okay, so my average sales currently is around 2,500 monthly. And my target, because keep in mind, I'm a mompreneur. So right now this is, I have so much more potential to blow this up once I'm able to work things out. But I am trying to not only target local, but international, the tourism aspect. I'm trying to see if I can get into the tourist village here in Belize, maybe potentially.
Unfortunately, the time has elapsed, Amira. Thank you. Thank you for your pitch and thank you to jury for questions. And let's give the jury members a little bit of time now. Thank you, Amira.
Thank you for this opportunity.
And I see that there are a few mics that are open, so just take care to mute yourself when you're not speaking, especially during the pitches, so that we have a good sound. Thank you for that. So we have two more finalists coming up. And then we also have other program as well, in addition to the pitches, while we wait for the winner to be decided on and then announced, as well as the winners of the different categories that we have. And you also, as I mentioned, you also get to vote for your favorite. I think it will be difficult to choose because the quality is very high. And I also see in the chat that everybody has many favorites. That's good to see. So let us move on to the next pitch. So we now go to Edson Rees from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and he will present his business called Adventure Island SVG. Are you ready to start?
Yes, I am.
Go ahead.
Hello all, welcome to Adventure Island SVG. Today we can go hiking, snorkeling, we can go kayaking, we can go on an excursion, we can go discover my lovely country, and we can do it sustainably. Now, I started this business about 3 to 4 years back, and we use every inch of our island, from the volcano at the north to the Tobago Cays in the south. And what we love to do when we go to the beaches or to the locations, we clean. We invite our clients to clean. We work with garbage bags and we protect our environment. We also use sustainable bowls that we use from the natural environment that could be used on every trip. So we eliminate the one-use plastic. We have bamboo cups also. And we use our old basket that we learned to make from our grannies. Now, one of the problems we are facing, as I said, it's garbage on the beaches. Everywhere we go, we take back more garbage than we brought. If we get this funding, we hope to make the beaches cleaner by installing bins, seating areas, and we can produce more bowls and bamboo cups, which we can share with our clients and which we can have for sale. Also, we plan to make more t-shirts, which we can use. We try to use t-shirts for uniforms, which shows you how, teaches you how to protect the environment. We would like to distribute these t-shirts in schools also. And we have 8 persons and staff at the moment. We have 5 permanent, and we have 3 part-timers. 3 part-timers who are students who also goes into the school and tell their classmates and others about the environment, protecting the environment, keeping it clean so that visitors could love it when they come to our shows. We are in need of a boat, a bigger boat to do our excursions because we have been getting a bigger clientele base. It's been going really well. It's showing a lot of need for new stuff. We want to do tree planting where it's going to protect the coastal areas for the beaches that we kayak to. And we have been getting a lot of courage. So, and a lot of courage have been coming in from outside. So we want to set up a new website where people can book trips easier through us and where we can share sustainable ideas with everyone. We are also a big part of our community. We recently had an eruption 2 years ago, and we had efforts where we cleaned up everywhere, all of the ashes. Me and my team, we had to go clean the beaches and all of that. And we had efforts where we got funding.
Edson, I'm afraid the time has elapsed.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your pitch. And let's open the floor for questions.
Just to clarify, so your main source of revenue is from the sale of the tours, right?
Yes, we do kayaking. We do a lot of kayaking and snorkeling, but we also do hiking and camping and so forth. We generate sales from the tours.
Any other questions from the jury?
Yes, one from me. Edson,
yes.
What's your competitors like? Because this may be something that a lot of persons do in your island.
Well, it's actually the first of its kind like this sustainable approach. There's no other tour company offering that. And we have been getting a lot of customers through that way because a lot of people, they're trying to go green, they're trying to be sustainable now, you know. And our competitors, they're more expensive. They're mainly hotel-based. They're like commercial tourism. We are more authentic, using all these calabash and the bamboo cups and all of that. And people really like that.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And Gregory, you have a question.
Yes, Edson, how do you motivate people to pay to do your tours and then also to collect trash and plant trees? Is that kind of part of your marketing pitch, or how do you motivate people to do that?
Yes, it's a huge part of our marketing pitch. We take a lot of photos and videos. It helps to promote the business and it helps to promote awareness because our videos are not about promoting the business only, but also promoting sustainability and environmental awareness. So people actually see that and like that.
And what's your price point versus the other tours that you just mentioned in St. Vincent?
They are at least 35 to 50% more than us. We are actually more reasonable because we eliminate costs by not buying plastic bowls, plastic cups and all these. And we seek sponsors for t-shirts and stuff like that. Thank you.
And how many staff do you employ?
We employ 8 total, 5 permanent, 3 part-time, who are students.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Edson. Any other questions? All right. In that case, thank you very much for your inspiring pitch. Great to see St. Vincent represented and to hear about your company and also to hear about a service that is being offered. So we'll give a little bit of time to the jury and then we'll move on to the final pitch of this final. And great to read the comments on the chat. I think people are again very inspired by the products and services offered by the different finalists. And it's great to see everybody supporting each other's. So let's move on to the last but not least finalist. So we have Géline Avrilien from Haiti, and she will present her business that is called Choco Lacai. So Géline, are you ready to start your pitch?
Yes, I'm ready.
Go ahead.
Hi, everyone. According to HECO, International Cocoa Organization, in 2022, world cocoa production reached more than 4 million tons. Chocolate is the most sought after cocoa product. Its world trade represents more than $105 billion. Haiti is one of the cocoa production country. The national production oscillates around 7,500 tons per year. It represents a major source of export. My name is Géline, co-founder and manager of Choco Lacai. Choco Lacai is a Haitian company founded in 2016, specializing in the production, processing, and sale of organic cocoa. This project aims to fill and respond to the present range of products, namely a food range that contains chocolate powder, cocoa butter, cocoa bar, cocoa tea, cocoa nibs, and then cosmetic range, which includes oil, massage oil, and soap and lip balm. Yes, we have a mission: promote the sustainable development of agro-industry. Our vision is become of the most cocoa product manufacturing company. Choco Lacai, we have a lot of objectives, but we keep 3 of our best objectives, such as promote the cocoa chocolate value chain, contribute to the diversification of the economy, put on the market cheaper products derived from organic cocoa. Choco Lacai is the only company that uses all the components of the cocoa for tea. We use the cocoa pod to do compost, organic compost. We use biodegradable packaging. We work with more than 100 cocoa farmers, and that is to say, we don't produce waste. And yes.
Thank you very much, Géline. We've run out of time.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. And now I will ask the jury members for their questions for this last finalist. Yves, go ahead.
Thank you, Géline. I would like to know if your project is specifically located in one part of Haiti or if it covers the whole country.
Yes, Haiti and other countries. The both.
And I would like to know also, what is the impact of the security situation on your project? Has it impacted your ability to reach out a certain number of producers for them to even produce the cocoa? What has been the impact of the situation in the country?
Yes, the impact. We work every day to do our best because the situation is very complicated in Haiti. But we satisfy our clients of the international and local.
Thank you very much, Jaline and Eve, for your questions. Any other questions for our last finalist?
How do you get your products to the market? Is it online or do you have distribution?
Online, yes. We have a platform, e-commerce, iSport. We have a website, and we have the other company, international company. We do B2B, business to business.
Thank you. Any further questions? Eve, go ahead.
What is the level of activity that you have reached? Has it been growing, or has it been also impacted by the crisis in the country?
I'm sorry, I don't hear you. Can you repeat for me, please?
I would like to know how your business has been growing in terms of sales, and if you have been impacted by the situation of the country in terms of ability, for instance, to export.
Yes. Yes, because we know the situation. If we know the situation, we have to do the best we can do. That's all. Because we can't stay every day to look the situation.
We've run out of time, so thank you very much to Jaline for your pitch, and to the jury for the questions. So we have now had our finalists pitching. So the jury will give their grades to Jaline's pitch, and then the jury will deliberate on the winners of the different categories. And in the meantime, you will also be able to vote for your favorite. So I will now give the floor to Lucie Charrier, who will explain the next parts of the program. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Christina. Thank you, and congrats to all the finalists for these inspiring pitches. We are very happy to have been able to listen to all of you. It was so great to listen all the ideas, the sustainable businesses you have created. So now it's the turn of the audience to vote. So the jury will go to a separate room, virtual one, to deliberate. And during that time, you will be able to choose your favorite entrepreneur. So I will share my screen to give you the opportunity to do that. So I will as well explain to you. Sorry, just let me share the screen right now. So are you able to see my screen? Yes, you see it? Okay, great. Thank you, Yanku. So now you are able to vote for two things, two awards. So the first award is in the social media. So today you can check on the social media on the MicroPitch CB, all the finalists have been published with their pictures, photos. So here you have some example of posts that has been done. So on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So please go and like all your favorite candidates. You can vote for several ones, and the candidate who will get the most like to this publication on the MicroPitch CB social media will get the social media awards. And so they will get as a prize participation in the Accelerated Growth Rate program from the Caribbean Climate Innovation Center. So please go, and you can vote until next Monday. So you have 1 week to go and vote for all your favorites candidates. And then now you can vote for your the other award, which is the MicroPitch Audience Favorite Award. So I will open the votes now in Zoom. You will see all the entrepreneurs, the finalists, the 14 who have presented, and you can vote. Please vote just for one. You will see that you will have the split of the list of 14 in 2 parts, but just choose one, please. So I will share now and start the poll. Can you see it? So you can start voting, please. So you can choose your best entrepreneur. We will give you a few minutes to vote. So please go and choose depending on what you have listened, if you are friends, community, family from the finalists, and choose the best you have. As Christina explained to you, the jury, they will do as well. They are doing the same right now. We don't know what they say. We would like to be able to go and to listen what they are saying now. But as Christina said, the jury, they will use or they use 4 criteria to select the winner. So the first one was social impact. So they use a ranking from 0 to 5. Then from 0, no impact, 5, very high impact on the community, creation of employment, all the criteria linked to social impact. Then the second criteria was on the environmental impact. So if the business has a positive impact on the environment, the climate. We know that climate change is so important for the Caribbean region. So it's something which is so important for all the MSMEs of the region to have an environmental impact. Not to have a negative one, but to have a positive one. So here is the second criteria. Then we have the third one, which is the sustainability of the company, because of course you can have very good social impact and environmental impact, but if you are not profitable and your business will close in 1 year, so it's not sustainable. So it's very important as well to have a good economic impact and a good projection for the future. And then we had 2 criteria on the pitch: the quality of the pitch, if the pitch was well structured, was very well organized, was clear, and if the entrepreneur was very passionate with the business, the idea. So please vote. I see that for the moment we have 41 of you who have voted. I see 1 question as well. Yes, Sian Kofi, if you want to ask your question, just feel free while the other are voting.
Lucy, in the poll, it is not allowing me to press the submit button unless I pick 2 choices. We have to pick 2 choices in order for the submit button to be illuminated to click on it.
Okay.
And I know you said only vote once, so that's a bit of an issue. Yeah.
Okay, I understand. Thanks. Thank you.
You're welcome.
$46. Let's go. We will give you a few minutes vote and to continue to vote. And we will give you a few minutes to continue to vote. And during that time, we will give the opportunity and invite someone to present her experience as a winner of the last micro pitch. So I will give you 30 seconds more to vote, and then I will close the poll.
Lucy, for some of us, we can't. So is it that you want us to submit 2 choices then to be able to press the submit button? Because then I'll vote for 2 people, not 1.
Okay. Yeah, let us. We will listen to the 2 winners of the last micro pitch. We will solve this. I will stop right now. We will solve this problem and we'll tell you how to do it again. Okay?
Thank you, Lucy.
Thanks a lot. So I stop this, and okay. We will let you know. We will give the floor now. So Christina, back to you, and we will come back again for the vote of the public.
Thank you very much. So I have the pleasure to introduce you to Jody Dublin Dangleben, and she's the winner of the Best Entrepreneur Award of the MicroPitch CARICOM 2021. And she will present her business called JD's Naturals and talk about her experience as a winner of MicroPitch. So welcome, and the floor is yours. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Jody? Oh, there we go. We see your presentation.
Right? Yeah. Okay, great. I was just waiting for it to share the screen. Okay, great. I'm not sure why it's doing this. All right. Okay, so I guess you can see my screen, right? Yeah.
Yes, now we can.
Oh, no.
You just have to remove the pop-up.
Oh, okay. There you go. Great.
I'm
not sure why it's doing this.
That says presenter window.
Yes. I'm not sure. It should not be doing this. So let's just move it out of the way. I guess that should be fine.
Yeah, if you just close it, or yeah.
Right. I don't want to sign off. Okay. So good evening, everybody. Good evening to the judges. Good evening to the organizers of MicroPitch. And the stars here, the finalists, and just being with us for entrepreneurs, especially here in the Caribbean region, for creating and advancing sustainable ideas that are beneficial to all of us. So I am Jody Dublin 21. It seems like yesterday, but since then I have received so much training and mentorship from that winning. I'm so very grateful to MicroPitch, and I can't sing your praises enough. So my business is basically, we do an organic cosmetic formula, and I do hair and skin care. And in our business, we only use natural, organic ingredients for hair care. And my pitch for MicroPitch was to create products where we use no packaging. So my mantra is think outside the box, but we went a little step further and we thought like there was no box at all, pun intended. So we got to produce products without using any packaging at all. So for shampoos, our conditioners, our lotions, we actually went and formulated solid versions of this, so we wouldn't have to use packaging. And if we do have to use packaging, it will be very minimal but biodegradable packaging. So in this instance, we got to eliminate plastics altogether from our manufacturing processes. We have already prototyped since. We're already making shampoo bars and solid shampoo massage bars, and the feedback has been great from our testers and our users. And since we won in 2021, like I said, I have received a lot of mentorship. I still haven't used up all of my tokens as yet. And there's still training that I have to do. But in all, I think collaboration was the greatest thing for me, to see other businesses like my own, especially in our Caribbean setting, doing the exact same thing that we're doing, using our resources in a sustainable fashion to create something unique for our fellow men. That was very, very key to me, and that stuck with me. I think I've made a few friends from my MicroPitch sessions, and I think the confidence that it gives you that your ideas and your business is something that people believe in. It's something that is very transformational, that can change the way we live in the Caribbean region, especially when it comes to using our resources sustainably. That was so very important to me. So again, I want to thank MicroPitch. I want to wish everyone the best. And even if you don't come out successful tonight, see this opportunity as something beneficial for your business, where you can collaborate and you can draw on the other resources that MicroPitch offers to you. And let it be an experience for learning, so that maybe another opportunity that comes, you can come out stronger and even better. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for listening, for all that you're doing in our region. Thank you, and good evening, everybody.
Thank you so much, Jody. And I see Tracy Ann is clapping. Thank you for your inspirational presentation with a strong environmental impact. And it's great to see, the support for fellow entrepreneurs, and also to hear from you how you've benefited from MicroPitch, and of course to hear about your inspirational product. So next, we will hear from Nikisha Topping. She's the winner of the Best Female Entrepreneur Award of MicroPitch CARICOM 2021. And she will present her business, Elaine's Caribbean Crochet, and also her experience as a winner. So Nikisha, the floor is yours.
Good night, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for this MicroPitch Finals 2023. My name is Nikisha Toppin, and I am the founder of Elaine's Caribbean Crochet. Elaine's Caribbean Crochet is definitely excited to be here as we share with you about our actual program. And we want to take the time to help you to understand that as a MicroPitch Best Female Entrepreneur Award winner, we would have received individual mentorship, an option to be on the Figaro e-commerce platform, 3 to 6 months accelerated growth reel program, and an advanced pitch doctor. For all those who are participating, I can confirm that you do have winnings coming your way. I was able to meet with Tamara Francis as my individual mentor for 3 months every 2 weeks, and she helped me to streamline how Elaine's would approach our projects. With the Figaro platform, it would have supplemented what we currently do on our website, offering us the opportunity to get extra sales. And then with the Growth Reel program, we would have been given a 30, 60, and 90-day plan with where we would see how we could improve areas. Lastly, my advanced pitch doctor, I must give her props. She would have ensured to speak with me when there was a holiday in Argentina. And that shows the commitment of the MicroPitch team to your success and to your growth. So at this time, you can put in the chat, what do you think about these winnings as I go through what Elaine's Caribbean Crochet is actually about. Elaine's is a legacy of love to my grandmother who would have taught me to crochet. It's a legacy of community as she crocheted in the gallery with her old homies up until her old age. And it's also a legacy of success as she would have received numerous awards for her service to the community. What do? We empower crochet artisans from around the Caribbean to make their businesses more financially sustainable. You can also put in the chat now what you currently do in terms of helping handicrafters to have their businesses financially sustainable. We have done this through research by asking the crochet artists, what are your pain points as you try to do your programming? And we've realized that the purchasing of raw materials, the ability to complete complex projects, as well as the ability to know what the market wants has been a big challenge. To address this, we have created Tutor Tuesdays where persons can learn new skills crocheting online, Webinar Wednesdays where they can have their business skills developed as well as their marketing skills, Feature Fridays where we create a promotional video so that they can get new clients, as well as promoting them on our free service called a Caribbean Crochet Directory on our website. We've also created Crochet School is Cool, which is a course which can be taken if you want to start your own business. We also have our e-commerce platform where they can sell their products for intermediary sale. But there is so much more. Sit back, relax, and listen. In terms of our actual crochet course, we give this opportunity to persons to do it online if they're not able to meet with us face-to-face. Our Webinar Wednesdays allow persons to learn from the comfort of their home how they can improve their business skills. Our Feature Fridays have featured crochet artists from around the Caribbean, and our Crochet Crew Directory lists out from Antigua and Barbuda all the way down to Trinidad and Tobago crochet artists that you can contact for your products. Our e-commerce website feature allows crochet artists to sell their products online. Crochet School is Cool has been taught in Trinidad and Tobago, as well as at the Dodds Prison in Barbados. And we also conduct crochet classes face-to-face with the youth, as well as older senior citizens. What more have we done? Noting that raw materials is a challenge, we have given crochet artists the opportunity to get giveaways from selected haberdasheries or yarn providers who are able to give us crochet at a reduced cost so that crocheters can make more products. This has been done in Barbados, Dominica, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We have business expo opportunities where crochet artists can come display their craft so that they too can get new customers. We also hold workshops which allow the crochet artists to interact, building the community and dispelling the idea of competition. These are the things that our crochet artists have been saying about us. It's truly helping them to develop their craft, helping them to develop their business, and allowing them to build community around the Caribbean. Since winning the MicroPitch Best Female Entrepreneur Award, I have been favored by God to be able to win the Manufacturing Award for the Small Business Association in Barbados. I've also participated in the UNDP Peace Innovation Challenge out of Trinidad and Tobago and would have been selected as a semi-finalist. I competed in the Compete Caribbean Regional Business Plan competition and was noted in the top 10. I encourage you, if you are an entrepreneur, look out for grant funding opportunities. Helene's Caribbean Crochet has been fortunate enough to receive grants from the United Nations, from Catapult's grants, as well as from the Barbados Youth Business Trust. As we send out our press releases, we've also been featured in the newspaper, highlighting the possibilities that crochet can offer you, not only as a hobby, but as an income-generating opportunity. So how can you loop yourself in? You can become a Crochet Crew member, or a preferred partner, a grant funder, an angel investor, or a business mentor. Lastly, take the time to connect with us via our website or via social media. You can always WhatsApp us as well if you have any questions from this presentation. Thank you once more, and all the best to the participants.
Thank you so much, Nikisha, and a round of applause to Jody and Nikisha, and of course to all of our finalists and the audience. That was a great presentation, Nikisha. I'm inspired to learn crochet now myself, and it's great to see how you're continuing your family's legacy and supporting your community and the wider community in the Caribbean. So thank you so much. I think Lucie has posted the poll in the chat, so you can go there and vote.
Yes,
I don't know if Lucie, you want to say something.
Yeah, just go and vote to the new link. Sorry for this problem. So please vote again. We put it in the chat. The new link, you can just go. Please vote just for one entrepreneur. and we will announce the results just after. We will now see with the jury where they are, if they need more time. If you want to ask a few questions to Nikisha and Jody, just feel free now, raise your hand, and we can give you a few minutes to ask questions. Or to the other, the finalists as well. I see that the jury says that they need a few more minutes. We will let them deliberate. Do you have a few questions? Feel free just now, or to give us your feedback as entrepreneurs. Tell us your experience. I see where is the poll, so I will put again the link here.
For me, it's been great to see how in the pitches, the business ideas are very much coming from problems you've observed in your community, or legacy of your family that you want to continue, and the sort of very personal links to your business idea, and therefore your passion to really make that idea a success. It's been really a pleasure to listen, and I have learned so much from your passion, and of course your very hard work and dedication to overcome all the obstacles. So thank you.
So I think if we have no questions, we can look at the video now. So we have a short video for you, and you will see is there on the history of the MicroPitch and this edition, the trainings we did, the semifinals, and now the finals. So I will just start now the video for you. And during that time, vote, please vote. It's open. So please let me know if you can see my screen so that I can start the video. Yes? Okay, let's go. So who will be the winners today? This is the question. Do we have the jury back?
We are back.
The jury is back.
Yes.
Excellent. So welcome back. We are all excited to hear the results of your discussions. I think I can speak for everyone when I say that. So if the jury is ready, I will go straight ahead and start introducing the award givers, so to speak. So first up, we have the MicroPitch Best Sustainable Entrepreneur Award for Trinidad and Tobago. So I would like to give the floor to Gregory Smith, who is the head of exploration at the UNDP in Trinidad and Tobago. Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. So the winner for the Trinidad and Tobago category is Danny McCletchy from Carnicycle. Congratulations. Although I'm not seeing Danny still on the call.
No? Right. Well, congratulations to Danny. I would give her the floor to say a few words. Perhaps if she appears later, we'll give her the floor. Thank you very much, Gregory. So let's then move ahead. And next up, we have the MicroPitch Sustainable Entrepreneur Award for Belize. And I will give the floor to Amelia.
Thank you, Amelin Mendes from UNDP here, and I'm happy to present the winner, Indira Andrewin for Kokolo. It was an excellent presentation, and congratulations to you. Best wishes.
Congratulations. Would you like to give some words? Is she present still?
You're muted.
Yes, we can't hear.
She's still online, but I can't hear anything.
We can hear you.
I think you're muted. We hear you very, very quietly. Maybe you can try to put the volume up. No. No. Maybe let's move to the next category and we'll try again after that to see if your audio's improved. So next category is the MicroPitch Sustainable Entrepreneur Award for Jamaica. So I would like to give the floor to Richard Benjamin.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. This was a close encounter. Tracy and Tony did very well in their presentations. But at this point, I'm going to say Tony Ann Williams is the winner for this category of Mosa Estate Limited. Congratulations, Tony Ann.
Congratulations. Good job. Would you like to say some words to accept the award?
Thank you so much. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thanks.
All right.
Thanks to you for all your hard work. So let's try Indira again. Indira, can we hear you now? I think you're still muted.
You're muted.
Okay, well, let's try the next category. We'll come back to you, Indira. So next up is the MicroPitch Best Sustainable Entrepreneur Award for OECS. And so I would like to give the floor to Kwesi Roberts to announce the winner of this category.
Thank you, Kwesi Roberts here. This competition was quite close as well. But I'm happy to announce that the winner for the best OECS Sustainable Pitch Award goes to Terry Henry, Be Natural from Dominica. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Kwesi, and congratulations, Terry.
Congratulations.
Oh, wow. I'm really overwhelmed. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your inspiring pitch and business. Indira, let's try you again. Let's see if we can hear you now.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes,
I have one. Okay.
we can. Go ahead.
Well, I don't have many words to say, but I just wanted to say thank you for the award.
You're very welcome. I just wanted to ensure that, we give you the floor to speak. So congratulations to the winner so far. Next up is the Best Sustainable Entrepreneur Award for Barbados, Curacao, Guyana, Haiti, and the Bahamas. And so I'll give the floor to Winsome Leslie, the CEO of the Dev Solutions Consulting LLC. Winsome, go ahead.
Sorry, Christina, Winsome had to leave. Just wrote to me. So maybe someone from the jury can announce the winner.
Perhaps Eve.
Yes, Melissa?
I was saying perhaps Eve wants to.
Eve, go ahead.
No, Melissa, go ahead, because if you don't mind going ahead, Melissa.
Melissa, you can announce the winner.
Okay, it's an honor. Okay, the award goes to Jeline Avrilian.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm very excited. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And now we go to, your favorite award. We'll go to the audience's favorite award. So I'll give the floor to Darren Bent.
All right, I would love to say it, but
well done.
We are still looking at the results because we had to do it again. So
okay.
I'm just we will tell you in 1 minute.
Suspension is building up.
Yes, we are, because I think we will announce it after today, because we have more answers that people who were present. So we think that it's not working like that, and it will not be fair to announce it. Because we have 147 answers. So it was not the number of people who were there. So we prefer to do something which will be fair. So we will send again, and you can vote in another way. We will write that in the social media.
All right. Also remember to vote in social media for your favorite social media award. And so then without further ado, let's get to the final overall award for the Best CARICOM Sustainable Entrepreneur Award. And I will give the floor to Yves Ferreira.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I see you came prepared.
All this to create a bit of suspense. So, as the winner of the CARICOM Award, we will go next week to the Dominican Republic to defend the colors of the CARICOM. The winner is Tony Ann Williams from Mosa Estate, Jamaica. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Tony Ann.
Oh, no, thank you so much. I am in complete shock. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Oh, I don't know if you can see me or hear me, but
I am overjoyed and lost for words right now. Thank you so much, the world. Thank you. Oh my gosh.
How is your Spanish?
It's not great, but I will work for sure. I would definitely work on it.
And,
You will
don't
also get to
forget
meet
that
Eve in person.
Don't forget that if you win the Caribbean competition, we'll go to Guatemala, another Spanish-speaking country. So you definitely have to improve your Spanish.
Then for sure, I absolutely need to then. I'll work on that tonight.
Anyway, congratulations again.
Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. I am just so shocked right now. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Tony-Ann. From my side, a big thank you to you, to all the other finalists for an amazing job, to Lucie and to Melissa and to Yankyu and to our great jury, Ameline, Richard, Eve, Cressy, Gregory and Darren, and to everyone else. And I'll now give the floor to Yankyu for the final words.
Good evening, everyone, and good night in some places. We had an exciting day. Thank you all for joining us today. We hope you had a good time. As a matter of fact, I know you had a good time. I did. We hope you learned something new and that you're able to inspire someone else because you have been inspired today. And guess what? Save the date. Tuesday, February 21, 2023, the finals for the MicroPitch will be in DomRep. As a matter of fact, we have two finals. We have the DomRep finals, and we will have the regional finals for the entire Caribbean. And that will be at Unibe University in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, and in Zoo. We're waiting for you. Thank you all. Have an excellent evening.
Congratulations again, Tony-Ann. I hope you do well. All right.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Tony-Ann and everyone else.
Congratulations. Congratulations to all the finalists. You did very amazing job.